Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Brandon, the Fit Crypto, helping make those crypto gains. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. Today, I want to make a real brief video and talk about my thoughts and opinions on cryptocurrency market crashes and why, in my opinion, they are absolutely nothing to worry about. And I'm going to break it down using kind of a big picture perspective for you guys. I'm going to make this video brief. If you watched my previous video on why you should not listen to price predictions, this kind of just touches upon what I talked about at the end. But if you haven't checked that video out, go check it out. It's awesome. I'll give you a little perspective into price predictions. But basically, okay, with all this, the market crashing all the FUD, everything going on, it's easy to get swept up in all the, I always say this in every video, all the noise. But let me break down to you guys why I believe crypto is here to stay and why you should not worry about these ups and downs, the day-to-day ups and downs, the month-to-months, fluctuations. I'm just going to break it down from a big picture perspective, okay? If you extract yourself from this, all the noise that's going on, take a step back, look at this in a big picture perspective. The way I look at it is I look at the timeline of human civilization, okay, and how currency and how we exchange value. So in the beginning, we had a barter economy. We had, I have a cow, you have some grain, I'll trade you the cow for some grain. We go on our way, okay? We started off doing that. And then, it became inefficient. So then we moved to, I don't know the exact progression, but then we moved to precious metals, okay? And we started trading precious metals as value. And then it became too difficult to carry that around. So then we turned it into, coins, okay? Then coins started becoming too difficult to utilize in value exchange. So then we turned it over to paper because it was easier to carry, backed by metals, okay? And now, then we progressed into just paper that's not backed by anything. And then that became a hassle to carry around and use. So then we moved to quote unquote plastic, if you will. And now we're moving into, plastic / digital currency, but it's a digitized version of paper currency, okay? It's digital currency that's still paper backed, if you will, okay? And the way I see it is that we are just in the next logical progression in history in terms of exchanging value. We are right now, we're using digital currency that's backed by paper, but we're bridging the gap between paper and pure digital, okay? That's where we are right now. We are in the transition phase from paper to 100% pure digital currency, okay? That's the way I see it. And I draw comparisons to, like the internet communication. So, before we had to communicate, writing letters, and then we were able to call people on the phone, and then we were able to, have cell phones and actually talk to people on the go. And then we could start texting people. Now we have email and, chats, IMs, and, pretty soon we're probably just going to be able to, beam our thoughts into people telepathically, who knows? But you see the progression in terms of how we communicate with one another. Okay. And then you also look at information. Before, how were you able to get information? Before you really had to, it was word of mouth, I assume at first. And then it moved into, reading books. So you had to go to the library, read an encyclopedia, check out books. And then you were able to, maybe buy books online. And then the internet, now you can the information is available at your fingertips. You have all the information at the world. So the progression in how we consumed information, changed as well. And so in my mind, it is only logical to assume that the way we exchange value with one another also follows a progression. Just like information, just like communication, exchanging value follows a progression as well. Started from animals, precious metals, paper, coins, plastic, now pure digital. We're in that transition phase, okay? And, history repeats itself, okay? It's cycles. The world, everything works in a cycle, okay? Old systems come down, new systems come into play. We're in a cycle where old systems are coming down and a new system has to come in to take its place. That is history repeating itself. It's happened numerous times in history across all industries, sectors, and it's happening right now with value exchange, okay? And that is why I see crypto being here to stay. Now, whether or not you want to argue about certain coins or whatnot, that's up for debate. That's 100% up for debate. However, crypto as a whole, digital currency as a whole, the exchange of value through a digitized means, that is here to stay because it is merely the next step in our, human civilization progression in how we exchange value. Okay. And that's why I don't worry about these market quote unquote crashes because you know what? Things are going to go up, things are going to go down. People are resistant to change. Okay. That's been proven. People don't like change and it's going to cause some resistance. And that resistance, is merely just taking physical form in terms of these quote unquote market crashes or, these price drops. It's there's ups and downs, but we're going in one direction and, there's ups and downs, but the overall path is that we are heading into a digital world. Okay. So it only makes logical sense that the way we exchange value is digitized as well. Okay. That's all I want to say. I just want to say, this is not financial advice, but in my mind, don't even worry about these market crashes or anything. Okay. It's just a part of the cycle. Okay. There's ups and downs, but overall, if you look at, human civilization from like a big picture perspective, look at the timeline and look how we've progressed in information, communications, and now currency and exchange of value. We're just moving into the next logical step, the next stage of our, progression when it comes to currency. So that's why I don't worry about any of this. I'm just hodling it. And, I have no doubts that in a few years, we're all going to be using cryptocurrency. Definitely like 5 to 10 years down the line, I totally see just us using cryptocurrency. And like I said, what specific cryptos are going to be here, that, I can't say one way or another. But however, I do know, I'm fairly confident that crypto as a whole is going to be here because it's just the next natural progression in our the way we as a society exchange value with one another. So that's just my 2 cents. As always, you guys can do whatever the hell you want to do. You can think whatever you want to think. That's just what I think. But yeah, that's going to do it for me in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Keep making those crypto gains.